Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lisa and I produce beauty related content here on YouTube. I upload about 2 to 3 videos a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, so I hope you'll subscribe to check out all my future videos. Today's video is going to be a mini Sephora haul. I posted on Instagram last week asking you guys ideas for future videos, and I had a lot of great suggestions, so thank you so much. So I'm kind of working my way through that list. One of the suggestions was to do a Sephora brand makeup tutorial. So I went to Sephora today and I picked up a couple of goodies. I got about 7 different items and I spent just around $100. That does include some non-Sephora product, which is just a hair tie. But anyhow, I didn't buy enough to do like a full face tutorial. So I didn't buy eyeliner, eyeshadow, lipstick, all of that. I figured this video would be more on Sephora Complexion products, just because I didn't want to spend a fortune on makeup today. But I did get foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, and setting powder. I tried to buy a color corrector, but I actually just realized I ended up getting 2 concealers, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But let me talk you through the different products I got, and then we'll just get started playing in some makeup. So I got the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I saw this one and also the airbrush in the can, and I tried them both on my hand. I decided to go with this one because the airbrush just kind of settled in the lines on my hands a little bit more, and I didn't really like that. I thought that this had a prettier finish on my hand, so I picked this one up. Then for concealer, like I said, I grabbed 2 concealers by mistake. I meant to grab a concealer and then the peach color corrector, but some concealer was put in the wrong spot, so I ended up at home with 2 concealers. But I think that the shade Custard is more of my shade, so we're gonna play with this. This is the Gel Serum Concealer. Then I got a bronzer in the shade Medium. I got the loose translucent setting powder. And then I also got this blush in this really beautiful bright coral shade called Sweet on You. So we're going to play with those. I do have my eye makeup on. I have a teeny tiny bit of makeup in my eyebrows. And then I did moisturize my skin. You can see that it looks really moisturized. And I put a little bit of eye cream as well because I felt like this concealer, when I tried it on in the store, felt a little dry to me. So I wanted to make sure that my under eye area was very, very hydrated. But we will see how it applies. Okay, so let's start with this foundation. Okay, so this foundation, how much did I pay for this foundation? It looks like I paid $20 for this foundation, $20 exactly. I don't really know anything about this. I haven't heard anything about this. I haven't watched any reviews about this. You get just under an ounce in here for $20. You get 0.84 fluid ounces. It says it's oil-free, and it's a 10-hour wear. So let's see what it says. It also says it's medium coverage, buildable, and paraben-free. So let's try it out. So it has a pump, which is nice. Ooh, okay, so it's pretty thick. You can see that it doesn't slide down my hand at all. You get a pretty good amount with one pump, so I think that this is going to be enough to cover my whole face. It's very thick and whipped. Like, the consistency feels very nice and thick. Okay. Oh, what shade did I get in this? I got the shade Medium Beige. Okay, I think I'm going to try to use a brush to apply this first. I'm using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I'm just going to press this all over my skin in the center of my face. You know what? Let me put my hair back because I can tell that my hair is going to get in my way. Oops. Okay. All right, here we go. This is nice. Kind of looks like natural skin. So I have an empty house tonight. It's Saturday night and one of my daughters is having a sleepover with one of the grandparents and her cousins, and then my other daughter is having a sleepover at my mom's house. So, and my husband is at an event with his dad and his brother, so I have an empty house. So I thought it'd be a perfect night to film because I rarely have opportunities like this. Okay, so my very, very first impression is that it looks pretty dewy to me. I don't really know anything about this foundation. It doesn't really say on the bottle what type of finish it has. Yeah, it doesn't say at all. It doesn't say if it's matte or dewy. But I would describe this as kind of like a natural satin finish. We'll see how it sets after a few minutes. So I still have quite a bit on my hand. I'm gonna go and add a little bit more just to kind of see how buildable it really is. It says that it's a buildable foundation, so let's see if that is true. It's a pretty foundation. I have to say that first impression, I think it's really nice. I think that it looks like it would be a good foundation for dry skin because it's not really matte initially. And it feels very hydrating. Even on my hand when I tried it at Sephora, it felt very, very hydrating on my skin. Okay. So I got enough coverage. I could probably get a little bit more, but I'm happy with the way that my skin looks right now, and I still have quite a bit on my hand. So one pump is definitely enough when it comes to this foundation and getting enough coverage that you need. Okay, so the foundation's been sitting on my skin for a couple of minutes, and it still has a very dewy, kind of luminous glow. So I don't think that this is going to be a matte setting foundation. So this concealer retails for $14. It comes in a doe foot wand, and the wand is tilted here, which is kind of nice for application. I do think this is a good color for me. The lighting in Sephora is always off to me. Do you guys feel that way too? I don't know, when I tried it on Sephora on my hand, it looked very different than this. Okay, so it looks like I've applied a lot, but I kind of sheared it out. I didn't apply as much as I think it looks like on camera. I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend this into the skin. My favorite way to do concealer is use a beauty blender. I just think that it gives the most natural finish underneath the eye area. Okay, I like this color a lot. It does kind of remind me of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. It does do a pretty good job of brightening up under the eye right away. That's nice. I kind of like this concealer. Yay, I didn't know what to think about it. Okay, I do kind of like this concealer. It blended in really easily. It gave a nice kind of subtle brightening effect under the eye. It did a good job of concealing and covering, but it doesn't look heavy or feel heavy under the eye. Huh, okay. I do like that. And it looks really hydrating. Like my under eye area does not look dry. It looks very hydrating, similar to the foundation. The foundation, in my opinion, does need to be set with powder though, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Use this loose setting powder that I got. Oh, this is neat. Okay, I kind of like this. Okay, so I was trying to twist the top off like I do with most loose setting powders, but it doesn't twist. You actually lift the lid. How does this work? This is weird. Okay, what in the world is going on right now? So when you open it, there's just like this clear plastic cover, and then there's this little spot right here that you can get product out of, but I'm not getting enough. Oh my gosh, do I need to watch a YouTube video on how to use this powder? I'm not sure about, okay, this is weird. I don't think this is how you do it, but I'm literally pressing this little thing in with my finger and shaking product out. Look at that. I don't know how I feel about that. That's very strange. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure this out another time, but I'm gonna just grab my Morphe 501 brush. This I talked about in my favorite brushes video, and I'm just gonna set the under eye area. Okay, so the foundation is starting to look a little less dewy, but it still does have a very satin finish. I can see up here on the forehead. So I wouldn't call this a matte finish foundation at all. I would kind of call it more of like a natural satin finish. I am gonna powder the center of my face. Okay, this is freaking me out. How does this work? I'm very confused here. And I'm gonna grab my big e.l.f. brush and just softly set everything in place. Okay, so looking at the foundation right now on my skin, I think it looks pretty good. I definitely say that this is a medium coverage foundation. Again, you could probably build it to get more coverage is what it says, but I like the level of coverage that I have now. I do like the way it looks with the setting powder. I wasn't crazy about the way that it looked before setting it. I think if you have really dry skin, you might have liked it, but for me, I tend to get a little bit oily this time of year, so it did look a little more dewy than I was comfortable with. But I do like the way that this looks now. Okay, let's check out this bronzer. So this bronzer retails for $17, and they had like 4 different shades. I grabbed this one because I felt like it was the best shade for me. It's called Medium, number 4. Let's see. It does have a shimmer to it. I hope it's not too much shimmer because I'm not a big fan of really shimmery bronzers. I do like the Physicians Formula one, but that's a very subtle shimmer, so I'm hoping this is going to be similar. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to use my MAC bronzer brush. This is another brush that I talked about in my favorite brush video. Oh, this is nice. Ooh, I like it. Okay, I really like that. I like the color. It actually gives more color than I expected it to give. And it's pretty even, like it doesn't look patchy. On the skin really nice and evenly. And it's a nice cool tone bronzer, so it works well as a contour too. Minus the shimmer. You really don't want to use anything that has a shimmer in it to contour. And this does have a slight shimmer to it, but the color is really nice for contouring. I'm just going to put a little bit of it on my nose. Okay, so I think I like that bronzer. That's a really nice, pretty, subtle bronzer. I like that. Okay, this blush, it looks like it has a lot of color. So when I was grabbing blush brushes to apply this with, I grabbed my MAC 137 brush because this brush picks up very little product and applies really little product. So I was a little nervous going in with something this bright with like a more dense brush. So we're going to see what this does. So this looks like it has a little bit of a sheen, but not a lot of shimmer. So it's not like a flat matte blush, but it's not a real shimmery, highlighty blush either. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of color. Okay, that is a lot of color. Okay, so something's not right here. I think my bronzer is starting to patch up a little bit, or my blush is. This does not look good. This is not good. I'm going to take my powder brush just to kind of soften everything. Okay, that's better. So I basically just softened it with the powder brush. All right, now for lips, I'm going to use the Face Atelier Lip Putty. I really like this product. This is a great product to smooth out lines in your lips. So you could call it a lip primer in the sense that it is going to kind of prep and prime your lips for lipstick. But if you have a lot of texture on your lips, which I do, this is going to do a good job of smoothing out the lines. So in effect, it is going to make your lips look a little bit more full, but it's not necessarily a plumping product. When you have a lot of lines or fine lines on your lips, it tends to make your lips look more dry and smaller. And when those lines are smoothed out, it's going to give the effect of a little bit more fullness. Lips, I'm going to go in with the Face Atelier Lip Glaze in the shade Memphis. I really like this color a lot. It's nice because it has enough color that you can wear it alone, like I'm going to do now with no lip liner or lipstick underneath. The color is not really long wearing, so if you do wear this alone like I am, just know that it's going to require more touch-ups. But I kind of want more of like a natural glossy lip rather than a really bold lip. You could wear this on top of a lipstick or lip liner as well if you want to just kind of tweak the color a little bit, but also have a longer staying power. But again, I'm just going to put this on my lips alone. I love this gloss because it's so glossy and shiny, but it doesn't feel thick or tacky at all. It feels so nice on the lips. I can't say enough things about Face Atelier's lip products. I've tried their lipsticks and the lip glaze, and I just think they're phenomenal products. Okay, I really like the way my skin looks, you guys. I really like this foundation. I think the one product that I'm still not sure about actually is maybe the bronzer and the blush. Something created a little bit of patchiness here on my cheek, and I'm not quite sure if it's the bronzer or the blush, but I was able to correct it with a big powder brush. But next time I probably need to just kind of be a little more careful when I apply those two and see which product it is that created that patchiness. But I think overall I like the way the skin looks. I like the under eye area. I think my favorite standout product of the items that I tried would either be the concealer or the setting powder. I think they both did a really great job for their purpose. The concealer brightened my under eye area. It gave medium coverage, so it wasn't a really thick, heavy, full coverage concealer, but it did give enough coverage to conceal my dark circles and brighten up under the eyes. And it's very lightweight and it's very hydrating, so it's great for like a textured under eye area or really dry under eyes. The powder, I think, did a great job of setting the foundation, mattifying it, and giving a kind of a smoothing, almost like pore blurring effect. The foundation, I'm going to have to wear it a little bit longer to form an opinion on it. My first impression of it is that it's pretty. It's a nice medium coverage foundation that would probably be great for dry skin. But again, I have to wear this throughout the day and put it through the full test before I can really form an opinion of it. So if you guys want me to do a foundation full review on this foundation, let me know in the comment section below and I'm happy to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave me your feedback down below, videos that you'd like to see in the future, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!